Welcome back to What Arty Noobs with General Disturbance. This is the FV304. It's the Tier 6 British SPG. It's located on the north spawn of Abbey, and this one is under the command of Randamach of the DKSPT clan.
Time to roll out.
Game on! Well, the enemy made one prototype in 1950. It was designed in 1947, but they were going to make a whole series of tanks of the FV series, starting with the 300 and then working their way onwards. This one actually has the 4.5-inch howitzer. It's capable of doing 450 alpha and 28mm of pen with a 2.22 meters burst radius, and it's got a very fast reload as well as a very accurate howitzer. Rounds out. Well, his first shot was aimed for where he thought the SP1C would actually end up, but he didn't go there. You can see he's actually still trying to get the guy. It's an unusual firing position because I don't think any of the enemy tanks would even think about going to this spot. But I'm not so sure he can actually get as far enough to actually hit that guy there, and of course the rocks will be probably getting in the way. But what he can do from this position is start hitting the enemy tanks down the other end of the western route. Okay, he needs to back out a bit to get the shots. That's it, he's got it lined up. In fact, there's an enemy tank very, very close to him, a Juno and of course the Super Chappie, and they're only a short distance away, but he can still hit them. First shot goes in, gets a hit for 200 hit points. The Super Chappie will definitely need to go to the workshop. He's backing up a bit because, of course, he needs to loop the shells over the rock that he's hiding behind. Okay, who's getting it next? He's still getting a red line, which means something's getting in the way, but he's still got the shell into the VK3002D. That's the one with the 88mm gun. Going for it again, backing up a bit more, just to give him a bit more ability to hit these guys. Oh, that one hit the rock face, unfortunately. And the enemy's assaulting in force, but they're ignoring him altogether. That's a nice hit. In fact, I think he needs to get out of here now because it looks like these guys are in a real gunfight with our teammates. And although we're doing well, because we're 2 up on the enemy, any one of them could just drive around the corner at any moment and take him out. Well, it looks like the enemy here are trying to take out our guys from behind, and yes, he suddenly realised he is in grave danger, and now he's changing position. All of his teammates were wiped out except the Gobica, who went down the other end, and even now he's gone to the Juno. So okay, what he needs to do now is get to the other side of the cap area and get ready for starting to attack those enemy tanks that are actually coming up towards the cap. And some of them probably will try and make it all the way up here. The standard reload for this Arty is 12.94 seconds. You can see here he's got 11.2. Unfortunately, he's just been spotted by one of the enemy tanks. He probably stuck their nose through that gap around B3 rather, and so he was seen, so he now needs to relocate. And I think it's the SP1C who appears to be coming towards the cap first. So what he might do here is stay on the river road but shoot at the cap from only a short distance away. So they're going to have to come a long way round in order to get at him, but he's got a red line at the moment. I don't think he went far enough down. Yes, you need to get to this gap here where the rock gets smaller. Hide behind the other rock because you don't want enemies shooting at you from the castle grounds. No, he's gone too far now. The Skoda is covering the cap area. I think he's actually intent on going and taking the enemy cap area. Now this is the fastest Arty in the game, 72.4 kilometers an hour. Whoa! Don't hit anything, you'll end up in the water. Okay, well, we've got some teammates down this end already, and they're having a whale of a time fighting off the enemy tanks that actually came south. They didn't go back to try and seal our cap area. They've actually come back here to reset their own, and we're actually capping at the moment. First shot hits a Viz 44-1. Super Chappy's still there. He can get a kill shot here. Nope, the kill shot goes to the Skoda T25, but there's still that other Viz 44 there. Now there's the Juno. Line him up, rounds out. Yep, he still gets 70 hit points, and the Skoda is actually now coming around the corner. He came all the way down from the north because he couldn't find anything to shoot at. So now we've got an M6, we've got a Black Prince, a Viz 44-1. I go for the Black Prince first. Yes, he's the furthest down that road. We can make a roadblock out of him. That will certainly help us. No, he's not going to be made into a roadblock, but we can do some damage to him. Yep. 127, that was nice. Just keep pumping those in. The M6 will be a good target to kill now. No, just a little bit back. And the SP1C's turned up. That was one of the first tanks we were firing at. Okay, going for the Black Prince. Rounds out. Direct hit. Couldn't see the hit because nobody was spotting the Black Prince when he was hit. And these guys are now using that rock for cover, but we're actually landing shells over the top of the rock. SP1C keeps poking out to take a shot. And then now our Skoda's coming up behind them. He takes care of the Black Prince. That was his third kill, by the way. The Skoda T17 also has 3 kills. But that SP1C is being a real pain. Oh, no, didn't get him. Our Black Prince is down to just 8 hit points now. The SP1C will get him. Oh, no he won't. He got wiped out as well. And that was the first kill for Randamach. The M6 just managed to kill our Black Prince. And now we're the last one alive. And we won the game with that last shot. Here's the end of battle stats, and that was a second-class tank for Randamach in the FV304. He got a bruiser medal by getting at least 5 critical hits in that game. He got 7, and his win rate was 3,662, which is Super Unicum standard. Let's have a look at team score. Well, we can see that the highest damage in the game actually went to the M6 on the enemy team. He got a Top Gun and 2,743 hit points. Second highest was the Juno, who got a Confederate and Defender, and he got 2,639 hit points. And the third highest, well, that was the Viz 44-1 on the enemy team with 2,194. Sadly, these players were not able to stop our guys from actually putting up a really stiff fight at the end. The SP1C got a Defender as well. He got 1,525. But you can see here that Randamach got 1,582, which actually puts him in, well, it was 3 on the enemy team, 7th place on damage. But he was the last man standing. He was the only man remaining alive at the end of that battle, right at the other end of the map. When it came to kills, we can see the high scorer was the M6 with 6 kills. The Viz 44-1 got 4. And the Skoda T25 and Skoda T17 on our team managed to get 3 kills apiece. Randamach got 2 kills apiece, so did the T3485M. And, but of course, as you saw, Randamach was the only one alive. And when it came to base XP, we can see that the high scorer was the Skoda T25, 1,014, 1,011 went to the Skoda T17, 952 to the T3485M. So again, Randamach way down the table, but he did get that last shot, and that last shot took out the M6, their best player. And as you can see here, he did do rather well considering that he was on the losing team still got a win rate of 849, which of course beat Randamach. But yes, in the end, they went down. But it was a fight, and yes, he put up a really solid defense at the end, pumping those rounds in, although he did miss the SP1C once. But in the end, they managed to get the kills that mattered, the last ones of the game. So let's have a look at detail. He fired 19 rounds, got 9 direct hits, 1 penetrating shot, and 13 splash. 1,582 hit points, of which 459 were at more than 300 meters, so a lot of damage at close range. 7 enemy vehicles were damaged, 2 were killed, and he earned 15,959 credits to the game, and he got 3,424 experience points out of the game as well, including healthy amounts for mission ops or holiday ops, 2,750 for the experience on the FV304. So, yes, in the end, even though he didn't do a huge amount of damage, it was just the fact that he was pumping those shells in that actually gave him the win for his team. And of course, he carried them across the finishing line. So I hope you enjoyed that brief battle. If you did, please give this video a like, do subscribe to our channel, leave a little comment down below because it feeds the algorithm. And thank you for watching.